Oh, welcome everyone to Survival Game Guide and our Return to Moria series. We are leveling up our cooking game today, and you can too when you make the roasting pit. The roasting pit is basically like this other kind of cooking crafting station where you can make different types of foods that basically kind of give your character a few more buffs, if you will. I love cooking in games, so I was really excited to finally be able to unlock this. And if you have not unlocked it yet, you basically need to go out to. I suppose you can actually find it here in the Western Halls, but you're going to need to pick up either silver ore or Inaz granite, the granite basically that's out there. Picking up either will unlock this recipe for the roasting pit. And like I said, you can find it here, like in the Western Halls where I am. You can also find it in greater quantities down in the lower deeps. So if you like search and search and search, and your randomly generated mine shafts just don't give you either the granite or the silver ore, you might need to go down to the lower deeps because you'll find it down there for sure. But just pick either of those up, and you'll get the recipe unlocked. And if you want to build it, you're gonna need where are we? Up here in where are you at? There, cooking and brewing. There we are. The roasting pit. It is a little bit expensive in the sense that like it requires a number of things, and if you're just starting out with like harvesting silver and granite, then you might it might be a little bit pricey for you. But yeah, this is the resource list to craft this guy, which is 3 silver ingots, 10 Iraz granite, Iraz. We're just gonna call it Iraz. Let's just go with it. 6 resin and 24 wood scraps. Thankfully, we have been harvesting a bit of silver, which is also giving us like the granite, like the kind of how like when you're harvesting iron ore, you'll get like stone from like the surrounding stone. When you're harvesting silver ore, or really any kind of like tier 3 ore, you actually also get granite. So you're going to get a lot of granite. It's very easy to get a lot of granite. Now we're going to put this right here behind the hearth. And you'll see, boom, we get 3 immediate unlockable recipes, which is the helm fried chips, the fire roasted stew, and the glazed meat skewers. So if we go in here and take a look at these guys, oh, and apparently I also have the airborne strip steak. Not sure when I picked that up, but I have it. But here is the different kind of like food recipes. You can kind of see some of these are a little bit easier than others to make. Oh, it's probably because I have time. If you want this, pick up some time. There you go. Like the mountain potato, that's pretty easy. But this guy with like the deep mushroom, you're gonna have to travel pretty deep into the lower deeps to get that. So you know, it's and this one's not too terrible either if you keep like a pretty healthy supply of cave honey. But basically, if you want to make these, it's not dry rations, so you can't take them with you. They'll appear on like the meal table. So you know that's kind of like a sad thing. But it does give you like health and energy, and it gives you like the stuffed buff. That's the word I'm looking for. And not every food that you make like with the stone hearth gives that. And the great thing about the stuffed buff is that you basically, for as long as the buff lasts, your character doesn't get hungry, so you're able to kind of like travel a little bit longer without having to worry about like your food basically hitting 0 and then you starving and losing health and all that terrible stuff. So the roasting pit's kind of nice in that regard. I would definitely say too, like it's especially nice for bigger groups if you're playing with other people, because it's I find it a little bit hard to keep everybody full, so everyone's kind of like going through like their snacks, whereas if you eat this food, you'll have that buff longer, which means everybody should hopefully be able to make it through the day for the most part without like, oh no, suddenly starving and all that. So I find it a little bit nice for that as well. So if you're in a group, definitely make a roasting pit. Or if you just like cooking like me, there's just more food recipes for you to play around with, which is, again, always exciting. So that is about it for the roasting pit over here. Looks lovely, very nice and toasty. Go ahead and make yours. Let me know what your favorite food recipe is. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Until then, keep surviving and keep thriving.